Hello there, welcome to another Fort Triumph video with Ungainly Titan. We're continuing on from Lord Lion's main attacks. We've now taken out Gharzan Crunchy Bones, and I want to build up the strength of my parties. And I'm going to use two parties. We had rescued a hero, and I had chosen to take the hero rescued rather than to take the money, so that created a new party for me. Created a hero, and I've transferred my paladin to the smaller party, and as you can see, the Goblin AI is starting to make a foray, shall we say, into my territory. I'm not going to immediately respond to it. I want to build up a little bit more experience and get the opportunity to do stuff in my town before I engage with the Goblin Encounter. You can't reach the castle straight away. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get the weaker party back to the town, so that I can add a third party member to it, so that I at least will have the chance of having the same numbers, the same action economy, or close to the same action economy. I'm not too sure whether that Goblin Incursion is a 3 or a 4 hero encounter. And I'm also going to purchase stuff with renown, so we've got inventory slots, tier 1 weapons, and tactics. So inventory slots gives me an extra inventory slot, which is quite useful because I could have a piece of equipment and or a potion or 2 potions per hero. The tier 1 weapons gives me a bonus to attack. Just the tier 1 armor gives me bonuses to defend. The goblins will make straight for the town. So my choice would be to defend the town or meet them in the field, so to speak. Now, the plan is that I'm going to meet them in the field. It's not the end of the world if they take the town, unless they take the town with a ball of cash. But even then, it's not necessarily the end of the world. The biggest problem with taking the town is that I lose the benefits of buildings. So here we have an encounter with 3 goblin bombers and a goblin scout, and I've managed to stun 2 of the Goblin Bombers, which is a good start because they're quite vicious and difficult to deal with sometimes. Push the Paladin up front. He's a stronger unit, much stronger as you can see than the rest. As you can look at his health pool. And he's also got access to more advanced tactics because he's one of my original heroes that has fought all the way out from the beginning of the campaign. I move a rock there because now I know I can bring the savage, and the savage can kick that rock, and that rock will definitely make the rock that I moved, which didn't bounce that to the tree, which will then bounce off the goblin bomber behind the tree. And I've got 1 action point left for to ruralize the cave dweller. So we just pull her back out of the line of fire a little bit, and we just continue on the next round. This is a relatively easy fight, and it's done mostly to gather resources, improve the experience of the party, so I gain more renown. I actually gain experience as I fight the battle, and all of these things will make me somewhat stronger for when the actual encounter with the enemy AI party comes about. Here we go, we can kick 1 goblin bomber into one of their stun both and keep them effectively neutered, shall we say, for another round. And now I can go up and I can do it again, and one of them is probably so badly injured that it will detonate and very likely kill the other one. And kaboom, there they go, and they killed one of them, killed the other as well. So now I'm ready for another upgrade, and I took, of course, Stash and Dash, and that's my savage ready upgraded, and I think that's pretty much. Oh, there's a goblin bomber left who does half damage to the ranger. Okay, he could have taken the ranger out probably if he'd suicided, but thankfully he didn't do that. And now it's battle complete. End result screen came up, and it's just a question of grabbing the loot. X coin or XP or coin. We chose to take XP, and I think it's probably a good choice at the moment because it means that we get probably level ups by the time we meet the enemy AI unit. The AI unit is probably still more than a turn away from the town, And this is a different party entirely. There's no way these guys are going to get back in time to save the town. So if I lose the battle with my second party, these guys are going to come back and clean up afterwards. Well, was it? Oh no, I did get the tree down. I thought for a minute I missed there completely. But what I do with the secondary attack, looks like I'm going to go for electrocute, because I think the lightning bolt didn't have much of a shot on anybody. You can see here the benefit of tactics, because you get effectively, if you can range units, you can get 2 attacks going in the first turn, which can be very, very powerful. So we see here we've gotten one guy's gotten 4 people stunned. And it does enable my savage to get all the way down there, so that I can now kick him again. He's got electrocute on, so he's taking damage for every square that he moves. We've killed the peasant, and that gives the savage... what you call it? We've got an extra movement. We've got another action point. We move up close, and our wizard takes a thump from the peasant. And quite nicely, we have 3 clerics in a row, which is very neat. Flame strike here, I think. And I move the peasant. I just want to move him into the open so as to make life easier for the archer. For the ranger. So the ranger now can do a swift attack at a very high percentage of hitting. Gets rid of the peasant and still has an attack left to make against the real bad guys that are bothering me a lot more than that poor peasant was. Decided I don't have any good attack and make a whatchamacallit, an Overwatch, which didn't work out so well because it meant I killed him without actually going down and bouncing off the other 2, which now means that I'm going to spend resources in the form of powers and potions in order to go down and stun the other 2. Well, I kill one of them and have 1 remaining stun, so he's the only remaining enemy unit, and this guy doesn't, well, he's a move, but he's got no further attacks, and it's back around to the wizard again, so the wizard might as well move up. Got a potential attack. Not great chances, well, actually it wasn't bad chance, but it just didn't hit. And now we're going to do it again. I'm going to use the grappling hook because it pulls him out of the way, gives the savage an attack of opportunity, and we have completed this mission with A+ and 104 renown. And then I follow up that flawless victory by walking away and not occupying the Bitcoin farm. I am reminded of a video I saw recently on YouTube, but I'd seen it years ago, but it was worth a second watch, which is Brian Blessed doing snooker commentary, where when the guy missed a relatively easy shot, he starts bellowing, you know, you pillock, you absolute twat, and stuff like that. But anyway, next fight. There's a few more at this stage. It's brutes and peasants, which in some ways can be much deadlier than priests and peasants. While the priests have ranged attacks, and while they make you blind, they can be bloody annoying, because they're actually quite tough in terms of hit points. The brutes can hit you harder, and the brutes can stun you as well, because they can bang you off of things. Now, okay, you got stun protection, but if 2 brutes bang you off of something in a row, you're stunned. And that really screws you up in terms of the action economy, and I still don't have my grudge economy, so Savage is in a bit of trouble. She's taking a bit of a pounding there. So it's infiltrated all the way around into the rear. Now, a melee unit around in the rear like that is not as concerning as a ranged unit. It's just that I have to be a little bit careful about my wizard, because if he gets too close to the wizard, he can give her a fair old thumping. Right, now, it's the wizard's turn. Speaking of the wizard, what? No, it's the ranger's turn. I decided to leave the wizard with a reaction point because I'm not too sure what to do, and the ranger takes the free strike and now has nothing really fancy in terms of physics attacks left. I do have the option of the smoke bomb. He's too far away, doesn't matter. That guy's got 1 hit point. This is the lad that needs to be addressed. Now I can get over on this side of him. Yeah, over, that's a good spot. I think his cover is negated. So we go after him 100% with a regular arrow, and he's dead. Well, that's a bit of a relief, because that means the enemies are more or less on the one side of me. And right. Now in some ways there was a lot to be said to go after the fellow at the back and kick him into something, but anyway, we have decided to go this way and kick. He should die pretty much, and 2 movements, not enough to do anything useful with. This is the problem. I couldn't brace where it was. It might have been a better idea, but if I'm withdrawing the savage that far, I really need to withdraw the wizard as well, because she's not the one to be out there frontline tanking against incoming enemies. So incoming brute, we don't have. That's a lot of movement. We don't have whatchamacallit, anybody with an Overwatch, or at least not with an Overwatch prepped and ready to go. So the brute does his movement, and then we bang him off a tree. And I think it's only a matter of time now. He's only got 2 hit points left, so if the hit goes in, he's dead. And the hit goes in, and he's dead. And it's a B, which isn't worth quite as much in terms of renown, but still, it all adds up, and it adds up pretty quickly. And I did not forget the coin chest. So now I have again the choice of coin or experience, and there's a lot to be said for either. We went for the coin this time, and we're out of movement. And this goes out of movement. So we're going to look at the town, and we'll see if we can afford anything. We can't afford Grudge Camp. We can't afford Infirmary, only by a small amount. Don't really want stables. Brotherhood of the Hammer, I'm not sure if it's worth it. But at least it's not a thing that I would prioritise. I'd rather save the money for more powerful buildings. And a castle, we just don't have the money for either. City Hall, we can upgrade City Hall. So we upgrade City Hall. And we have now the opportunity to buy shoes or inventory slots too. I'd rather save up. Get maybe tier 1 armor or patience or something else along those lines. So we have the opportunity here to level up some characters from, I think, the previous encounter, not the last one, but the previous encounter where we actually did choose experience. And I'm going to choose charge. I actually think charge is more utility than the other one, especially in the campaign mode, because you're restricted to the higher level stuff and you don't run into the high level creatures with the passive overwatches and things, where the not triggering reaction attacks is probably most useful. So, out of movement. In the turn. Interestingly enough, the Goblin Party did not attack my field party. If the Goblin Party felt that it could beat the field party, it would have attacked it, as far as I know. Otherwise it makes a beeline for your town. Whereas... And of course my other party is attacking spiders. Quite a few spiders. A lot of them are spiderlings though. Spitting spiders is a real threat. But I was saying, it was quite interesting that the invading Goblin Party attacked my... it didn't attack my party, it actually bypassed it and made... You know, it will make straight for the town if it can do so. But if it feels it'll beat your party, it will definitely attack them. Because it knows that if it has wiped out your party, you can't retake the town. Now, you can generally recover from the loss of the town. It's just, you have to accept the fact that when you're fighting to... Like, the party will garrison the town, but it won't park the whole party up there. So, a party will leave the town. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you can beat the party that's in the town, because what can happen sometimes is if the AI has enough money, it'll come into the town, it'll buy a hero. It will come out of the town and you will be fighting a party that has the advantages of being whatever experience it's got, whatever buildings the AI has bought, but it also has the advantages of the buildings you've bought, I presume. So it could actually be more formidable after it has taken the town than it is when it wasn't. However, the town might be only garrisoned by a single unleveled or completely inexperienced hero of your own faction, which you will then have to go in and kill in order to regain your town. But that's usually the trivial exercise. Ultimately, you do have to stop the party. Now, I swapped my ranger from my wizard here, because I knew the wizard could take out all 3 spiderlings in the one attack, and the ranger was more properly employed using his attack somewhere else. Now this is a real 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Like, in some ways there's a lot to be said for not using the ranger at all, actually sending down the paladin first, kicking the 2 of them together, getting the stun, and then finishing off one of them afterwards. I won't make it, will I? I could try that. Let's see how that works. That works. Is that it? Everybody dead? An A-class completion result. And we are now just to pick up the treasure. Yay. Get a shuriken. Yes. Shurikens are really good. Shuriken is essentially a free ranged attack for a melee unit. Although I presume you can give it to a melee character and it's a free range attack to a melee character. I think the range is shorter than most melee weapons, but it's it doesn't do a huge amount. I think it does 2 points of damage, but it causes bleeding, and it all adds up. So a shuriken attack, a move, and then a high-powered attack can really wreck another creature's day. A quick check at the parties and into the final battle, which is a troop of goblin scouts. And we're ready for battle. Yes, we're going to go in. Quite a few goblins in this one. And I think some of these parties can get stronger over time as well. They all get, I think, a bit stronger every week. So, dealing with them early is often well worthwhile. Although generally, if you're strong enough for them, they won't get so strong as to outrace you. The real problem is that some of the really strong encounters, they get stronger over time as well. They might get as strong as rapidly, and some of them they might be able to handle in the first week or two could be handleable in weeks 4 and 5. However, you have to balance the amount of time you spend out there doing encounters as the amount of time progressing the story. And again, in the skirmish mode, the flip side is also an issue in the sense that if you're devoting time in this particular territory to mopping up encounters and stuff like that, then the AI has the opportunity to do the same thing for the AI parties somewhere else. So you're probably not going to get much of an edge in terms of raw weapon efficiency or something like that. So we've got another attack here, and we're going to make use of it as well. Got a kick. Or what are we going to do? I don't know. It depends. I mean, we could move an attack as well. We have a slash and dash. What have we got? 5 stunned. Some people are bleeding. There's quite a few free to act as well. So there's a lot to be said for going in, of course, and getting somebody extra stunned if we can manage it. So we killed one, we've added an extra stun. And we still have movement. So I'm going to go in here. Force that guy to either go to Overwatch, not move, or trigger an attack of opportunity. Always useful in melee types trying to converge. The archer tries to leave with the attack of opportunity, takes the attack of opportunity, and throws smoke. We're now back around to the wizards, and they're nicely clustered there. if I had some area effect like a fireball, but I don't. So, what to do? There's nobody. There's no good options. Well, I could move him. Obviously, I've decided to move instead of moving the wizards, I'm going to actually look at the paladin's options as well, because you don't have to move them in the exact sequence. You can always swap around and change your change the order in which you move people. Now the ranger doesn't have much in the line of good options either, because the ranger is very much has used a lot of his best options in the first round. Back it with a wizard. See, there are a number of things I could do, and I'm obviously torn by about doing them. So anyway, I'll move that out there. That has the property now giving the wizard a better target for a guaranteed kill as well for chain lightning, and that actually did result in the kill. That is smoke bomb. Could I get the two of them in the smoke bomb? No, just one. We'll move the savage back actually, so we've got 4 left. The wizard's gonna suffer here. Archer pops out, goes behind the bush. What did they do there? Fired an arrow, I think. Wizard's got hit again. Wizard's on very low health. Right, wizard is going to flame strike. And of course the flames are going to cost 1, so another point to move away. Now what I want to do is I want to get, ideally I want to kill someone, or at least incapacitate someone of the 3 of them, and probably not the guy on fire, but ideally I want to get one of the other ones that are healthier. I don't have a pushback, it has to be pulled forward, and I don't fancy my chances of that particular angle. The guy Goblin Scout is probably more vulnerable to my archer, and he missed. You missed. How could you possibly have missed? Anyway, Ranger is a little far away from the action, so can we get there? We can get there, I guess, but we're spending 2 points doing it. It's expensive, but we managed to finish off the Goblin Scout, and that leaves the other Goblin Scout and the Raider left in action on the game, and now I just need to get up to one of them. The Goblin Scout's probably the best candidate. That guy just expires from the heat. I didn't go after the Goblin Scout, I just went and hid behind the 3 because I couldn't see what it was doing. And Wizard is out. Wizard again on very low health. But can we have any tool available that can allow us to take out that guy? One action point attack. Oh, she has 2 available. She could do it. Yeah. We go for the lightning, whatever it is, the basic bolt, but that doesn't work. But we can dump the 3 down on top of him because we have that recovered from the very beginning of the game. We get a B and 112 renown. See, the renown and the letters aren't exactly connected. We still have a goblin party lying around. Now, come on, get the beat. Get the beat. You went all that bother. Get the beat. You don't want to walk down there again. Now, health or money. So let's quick check through our party, see have anything changed, anybody picked up any experience. Maybe I want to swap around inventory. I don't really want to walk away there. I really want to take on that goblin party. So, but with these guys have some steps left, we might as well move them out before we kind of forget what it was. I really can't believe I didn't take over that beet farm. Right, town upgrades. We have 512 renown with 488 coin. The renown is worth something. Tier 1 armor, shoes. Right, we've purchased a few things and off we go. Shuriken is here, and let's attack. Yak, Scuffle, Goblins, one of each. We go into battle and we just see how they're set up. So this is hero v hero, 3 versus 3, but we have the initiative, and the initiative is very important. It makes a huge difference, I think, to the game. Now I have 2 very inexperienced heroes. My ranger and my savage are actually not very experienced, and the enemy and the paladin is probably quite experienced, whereas the enemy are probably equally experienced. And we missed. Right. We get to go again because it was tactics, yes. And we fire a regular shot and we kill. We kill. Now I'm going to probably take the hit on the way in. This savage obviously has a special marking power, a focus power, that if you go into its zone of control and move from one section to another, you get attacking opportunity. So I'm going through his zone of control in order to get better position on him, so that I can kick him into the 3, for instance. Haven't taken out an enemy character before, an enemy hero before they managed to get a response in. It's a huge advantage because it gives me a very powerful advantage, because first of all, the action economy is now swinging very strongly in my favour, because I'm the one that's getting to do the actions and the enemy isn't. Now I could have used the shuriken there, and I should have used the shuriken against the paladin, but I didn't think of it. And we've taken a merciful blow, plus the bleeding from the Goblin Paladin. So we're going to use a heal potion on the savage, and we're going to use savage to kick, so we get a stun on the enemy savage. And again, that means that instead of the enemy having about 4 actions to move in an action each, like we're now having they'll have 3 actions, and I will be the one with all the actions, and therefore a big advantage. Now, oh yes, I keep forgetting that bleeding destroys your attacking opportunity, which is what's going on here. I'm moving around trying to trigger an attacking opportunity that cannot be triggered because I don't have it, because they're not persistent, because I'm bleeding. I've taken a wound at the start of the turn, so that has knocked out my what you call it, my attacking opportunity, and I just didn't realise it. Or I should have realised it, like, but I just didn't. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't there, even though the symbol isn't up either. However, we're in melee contact with the Goblin Savage. Put him over there. Now that means that Durolaz can kick and does more damage. Yay! And we can charge, which is even better because now we've stunned both of them. And with both of them stunned, that would be nasty. Kicking my own savage into the 2 enemy parties and causing mayhem, basically. Right, up we go. I think one of these people is within killable distance. Yes, dead. 1 remaining. The enemy paladin. And now is my turn. I don't want to go in melee contact with a ranged unit like the ranger, but I do want to make a man pay. We've knocked a few more damage spots out of him. Can come right up beside him, and then we can kick him. Attack of opportunity, fight over. So that's a victory. And the thing is that in my experience so far anyway, that's likely to be as strong a party as the AI is likely to send against me. Or maybe not, because it might not be the first party. Yes, there is more than one route in. Find out more next week. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and a share. Feel free to comment. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.